to the SABC Digital News Tech Crab. I'm Matiba Mtewana. Now a lot has happened this week tech-wise. We take a look at WhatsApp's new voice calling functionality. Microsoft introduces a dual SIM card smartphone, and we review a 3D printer. Now WhatsApp introduced a calling functionality on its platform this week. No, you won't be making calls for free unless of course you're using somebody else's Wi-Fi. Data is used to connect calls, and on 3G network the quality isn't bad at all. Though some users, depending on your service provider, might find it cheaper to make calls using WhatsApp, others may find it a bit more expensive. In SA, calls range from around 2 cents to 92 cents per minute, depending on your service provider. Analysts say that this feature will not interfere too much with service providers in the mobile space, but we'll have to wait and see about that. Now moving on to smartphones, Microsoft this week announced that they'll be launching their Microsoft Lumia smartphone with dual SIM capability, which basically means you won't have to carry two phones around and you can put two SIM cards in one smartphone. The low-budget Microsoft Lumia 532 has a 5 megapixel camera, 8 gigs plus 30 gigs free on-drive memory, comes with free global HERE maps, and it runs on Windows Phone 8.1. This retails for about 1,700 Rand, and it's only available on Cell C for now. Music streaming services are booming everywhere around the world, and they're growing in South Africa as well. Now, in case you've missed it, Jay-Z, the rap mogul, recently announced that he'll be launching Tidal, a music streaming services that he says gives more power to artists. The streaming service offers HD music videos and audio. It has been endorsed by A-list star artists including Rihanna, Kanye West, Madonna, Nicki Minaj, and Jay-Z's wife, Beyonce. Jay-Z bought Tidal for a whopping $56 million, and it faces competition from streaming services including Spotify. Though available in 35 countries around the world, the service unfortunately is not available in South Africa yet. Now, 3D is also growing everywhere around the world and is gradually growing in South Africa. If you've ever wondered what goes into 3D printing, we spoke to Megabot about what goes into 3D printing and how it works.
Okay, so 3D printers it's fused deposition modeling is a technical term. It's basically additive printing. So layer for layer, you're building up your image to achieve what it is you're wanting to make. So you can do anything from being creative, learning about design, if you do creative drawing on AutoCAD, Rhino, etc. There's no better way than to actually see if what you're drawing is actually going to work in reality than printing it out. It's really cost effective. From an education perspective, you have got from your preschools where you can teach textures, you can do colored themes, projects, etc. right through to your high schools where the guys are learning about technical drawing, into your technicons, your varsities, teaching any artisan, tool makers, anybody that basically needs to replicate something, is into anything new and exciting and innovative. Now that the public realize that they've got access to it, before it was a sort of like a YouTube fascination, whereas now all of a sudden the market actually has access. We have got it in some retail stores already, more for awareness, and I think it's very, very exciting where technology is going. We're certainly proud to have onboarded the brand so early in the market. Within the next year, we are anticipating our competitors coming along and playing in the industry, which we welcome as well. But I think generally what 3D brings to the party, from a cost saving, it just makes sense. Every angle of it makes sense.
Every week we take a look at what's happening on social media, especially Twitter, and what's been trending. Trevor Noah trended high this week on Twitter after being named the new Daily Show presenter, and his controversial tweets in the past came up after users dug out some of the most controversial tweets from the past. Many accused Noah of being racist and sexist after digging out tweets that made jokes about, well, Africans, Asians, Jewish people, and well, just about anyone you can imagine. Comedy Central defended Noah, saying that people should not judge Noah based on a few old tweets from his past. It was April Fool's Day, and tech companies went wild online, pulling pranks on consumers and those on social media. Google had a Pac-Man eating his way across Google Maps. Samsung introduced the world's first smart knife, the Galaxy Blade Edge, while Mizmos introduced a selfie shoe. Obviously, all these didn't happen. It was just part of the fun on April Fool's Day.
So you can get a photo from either your right or your left shoe.
Well, that's it from us this week. Join us again next week for another wrap of the biggest and most interesting story doing the round in the tech world.